Oh, I think we're going to get started. And we had someone else, Jabini. Hello, welcome. So we're going to get started now, just so we can get everything going and be conscientious of everybody's time. So welcome to the MS Rehabilitation Science Student Experience event for the hashtag Concordia 101. So this is for accepted international students to get to know campus a little bit and talk to international students who are in these more popular programs on our campus. So thanks for coming. We're so happy to have you. So my name is Kelsey Marquardt. I am the International Admissions and Retention Coordinator, which is a very long title, but it basically means I help international students with their applications, and I make admissions decisions about if your GPA and stuff is to the place it needs to be. For graduate programs, like the MS Rehabilitation Science, your application also needed to be approved by the program director of Rehabilitation Science program. So congratulations. So I'm also going to introduce Pingping. Can you talk about yourself and where you're from?
Hi everyone, my name is Pinky. I come from China. Nice to meet you.
And thank you, Pingping. It's good to have you. And Ibrahim?
And this is Ibrahim Ashour from Saudi Arabia. And I'm a student worker as well. I work with Pingping and I work with Kelsey. And if there's a regular time or normal time without COVID-19, probably we'll be meeting you face to face.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, here we go. We'll try to.
Right. Very good to see. He also has a wonderful, excellent beard that is just doing very well in COVID-19.
Yeah.
All right. So just to give you guys an overview again of the MS Rehabilitation Science program, it starts in the fall semester and goes through summer. So I know we had some questions about what is going to happen with COVID-19 and how is this going to affect our program. So our International Center is still issuing the I-20 documents, just in case that if the visa interviews open, you have all of the paperwork you need to make that visa appointment. So everything on our end, we are making sure you guys have. So we're still sending out I-20s. If you live in a country like India, where the mail has been shut down, we are not sending out those I-20s because we don't want that important piece of paper to just get lost in the mail. So we're waiting for the mail to open up before we send out the I-20. For those other students though, who aren't able to get a visa interview in time for the fall start, we will defer your I-20 free of charge. So we will reissue your I-20 to the spring 2020 or 2021 semester so that you can start then. If you would like to make sure your timeline is still ongoing, we will have online options for you to start your program so that you can keep your timeline where you want it. But if you would prefer to have your program completely online, we understand. And we will be as flexible as possible for you. Every student is different, so feel free to email us and we can definitely help. I'm gonna put right now in the chat our general email so that you can send your specific questions over there. If it has to do with your I-20 or with your visa, any questions like that, feel free to email us, okay? So there's that, but our university's main plan is starting on campus on time for fall 2020. So it is our campus's plan that we be back on campus, but with safety measures in place. So right now our campus is working very, very hard to think about every little detail of how we can be on campus and be safe at the same time. Okay. So going back then to the program itself, just as a reminder, it's 32 credits. You'll take 12 credits in fall, 12 credits in spring, and 8 credits in the summer. So there is that. And then here are the classes that are on the curriculum for the MS Rehabilitation Science program. You can see that there's a lot of big words there. So I was going to ask Ibrahim and Ping if you guys had a favorite class that you've taken so far, and if you could tell us what you learned and who the professor was.
Well, for me, uh, I don't have a favorite professor. They're all my favorite. I like them all. But if I have to choose, my favorite professor is Dr. King. And my favorite class is the adult ortho conditions and practice environments. What about you, Pigman?
We almost do the same. You know,
Yeah.
when I was asked which one is your favorite professor, it's really hard questions because I like all of them. If I have to choose, maybe Dr. King or maybe
Of
Dr.
course.
Kaiser.
Dr. King always win. So anybody comes that yeah.
He's great. He has so much experience
Yeah.
to share.
Yep.
with us.
My favorite class is like pediatric. It's very interesting.
So working with the small kids.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to work with children in your class?
No, we didn't get the chance, but we get the chance to do some experiment with our classmates.
Fun, exciting. Okay, and then for the actual areas that they really focus on in the program, so these are the specialty areas that if you didn't have experience in these specific areas before you go into the program, you will by the time you leave. So it's pediatrics, gerontology, adult neurological and orthopedic conditions, and then industrial rehabilitation. So these are the kind of key areas that the program focuses on increasing your knowledge of. So now we're going to turn it over to Pingping for a little bit. So she's going to talk about her experience so far in the program, also as a student worker. So Ping, would you tell me about why you wanted to be a student worker and some of the stuff we've done in the International Center?
Actually, I think I'm very lucky to become a student worker in CIC because I can meet different students from different countries. It's very funny. Also, I can practice my English. I can know their cultures, and I can join a lot of activities. I think it's very important in my this year study. Oh, I feel so happy to be here. If you guys have chance, I encourage you to join.
Yeah, whether it's as a student worker or as someone who just wants to come to some events. So the CIC is the Concordia International Center, where both Pingping and Ibrahim are student workers. So Pingping, would you talk about the events that you see here? Like what are you doing in each of these photos?
I want to talk about one of my favorite events. It's like the educational week. Last semester, I think it's very meaningful, and I feel so happy because I can eat a lot of food from different countries and it's for free. Also, it's very delicious. Also, the students from different countries, they can introduce their own cultures, such as the food, clothes, history, and some music and so on. So you can know a lot of new things. Also, I can learn how to make sushi and eat Arabic food. My favorite is coffee. And some Korean kimchi, Korean barbecue, something like that. Also, it will have a lot of fun games in CIC that week. Oh, I miss. It's great to meet different students and learn about different cultures. It's my favorite activities.
Yeah, International Education Week is a week-long event where we had something going on every single hour for a whole week. And then we ended it with the food fair, which is where we had over 50, I think, stalls of students brought or made food that is intrinsic to their culture and to their country. So we had so much food. It was amazing. Yeah, so in the photos, Ping is hanging out at Saudi Arabia Day, which is the photo on the right, which was gorgeous. It was absolutely beautiful. And then we do a staff party for Christmas. So we celebrate that way. We have a staff party, and then we also have a more public party for everybody just to experience what Christmas is like. And then Lunar New Year as well. Lunar New Year was amazing.
I like kid.
Yeah, and those aren't dragons, they're something else. Lions? I think they were lions.
Or are they, Pingping? They're lions, right? They're not dragons. The,
Oh yeah,
yes.
it's it's fake dragons.
Go all out.
It's dragons. Yeah.
Okay. So here are just a couple questions I brainstormed for these students. So Pingping, would you pick 2 or 3 of these questions to answer?
Oh sure. Okay, like first one, why did I choose Concordia? Actually, originally I chose Concordia because like the recommendations from my professor. He said Concordia have a like smaller class size, and also you can get a well-rounded education. You can get the chance to build close relationship with your classmates and your professor. Actually, it is. And during even though it's just 1 year, but you can learn different aspects of rehabilitation science. Like you can learn pediatric rehab, industrial rehab, neuron class, and so on, something like that. I have learned a lot like theoretic basics. Even though it's just 1 year, but it's very helpful for my future teaching career. So I'm very happy that I have decided to study here.
Thank you very much, Ping. Okay, and then how has COVID-19 life been for you? So Ping is one of our international students who has decided to live on campus during this time of COVID-19. So what has life been like?
In the beginning, it's very strange for me because like I cannot go outside. I just stay at school. But CIC is very thoughtful. Like you guys can see the pictures. They will prepare some foods for us, some snacks. Like you can see, every snack's bag has their own name. So I can go to CIC and pick my own snacks. Also, you can find they have some like hand making. Like when I feel boring, when I finish my homework, I can go to CIC and pick some hand making. Already did a lot of hand making. I want to share. Like planking and some different kinds actually. You can see it's a desk. Also they will have some like plants and have some ice cream. Oh, they are very careful. They are very cares a lot. It's like my foreigner family. Thank you. And I think it's very be happy and safety live at campus during this time.
Yeah, thank you, Ping. That's very sweet. We really want to make sure our students living on campus especially are having as good a time as they can. Mm-hmm. So we have food and crafts going on and everything gets changed out every week. So we have new stuff happening. So we had ice cream and during finals week because that's a stressful time for our undergraduate students especially. Fabulous. Okay, moving on to Ibrahim. Ibrahim is also one of our student workers. There he is without a beard. It seems so strange to see you without a beard. I'm like, who is that person? I had to make sure it was actually you. But what has your experience been like as a student worker, and what has been your favorite event that you've helped with?
Well, this one of the best things that happened to me working with the International Admission Office or Center. It gives me the opportunity to participate with a lot of events that I wasn't aware of it when I wasn't working with the Concordia International Center. So it was a happy moment for me working with the International Concordia Center and participating on those events. Like you guys see in the left one, it was a Nigerian day. We had fun. We all got like a free t-shirt, Nigerian cultural free t-shirt, and we danced on Nigerian music, and we also shared our how we call it, like mutual experience culture from Nigerian, because like I'm from Saudi Arabia and we do have like some Saudi people from Nigerian heritage culture, and we do have like some food that we know from Nigeria. So I spoke to those guys, and we talked about food and kind of dance that we have in west of Saudi Arabia that brought from Nigeria, actually. So it was fun, and then yeah. So yeah, that's and you guys can see that I'm being modeling for the CICU. Most of the time, like the New Year's, like, hey, my wife was like, hey, all this, let me take a picture. He's like, yeah, cool. Yeah, so yeah, free modeling.
You're both fantastic models. They're both very photogenic, as you can tell.
Yeah.
But the International Center, we're often like, we need a picture. Who's ready? So they're very good about that. Yeah. Okay. So thank you. So tell us a bit about why you chose the program. What's your experience with the actual MS Rehabilitation Science program?
So yeah, how did I choose CAW? It was a long story. I'm gonna talk about it. So yeah, it was. I used to live in San Diego, California, and I was looking for university. So then, and I heard about CUW. I Googled CUW, and I found out that CUW has a strong rate among other schools in the U.S. on health science measures such as DBT, Doctor of Physical Therapy, MOT, Master of Occupational Therapy, MSRS, and PharmD. So I was like, yeah, maybe this is the school that I'm supposed to apply for. And then when I Googled the location of the campus gave me no doubt but to apply. As I told myself, this is what I want to see every day whenever I come to school. Also, the CIC made it easy for me to decide. They took care of me since then and gave me a taste of how CUW care about their students. Therefore, I have no regrets choosing CUW. And last thing that I want to mention, which is I have been here for a while. So I would like to talk about overall experience. The atmosphere is friendly and everybody at the CUW gets along. There is no unpleasant environment or aggression between anybody. Also, the leadership or the teachers are strong and unit. It's great. Also, and they're approachable. We have advisors, and we have professors. They're always reachable. And also, just walking through the campus hallways, it would make your day as a student, and faculty or staff are always smiling and welcoming. So definitely you would get the good vibes every day. And should I continue answering the questions or like?
Hey, you go for it. You're doing great.
Okay. So about what class has been my favorite? Well, I have been here, as I said, for a while, as I did my undergrad, and now I'm doing my graduate so far. Undergrad, my favorite class was Advanced Anatomy because it's related to my major, and I did very good in that class. And right now in this semester so far is the adult ortho. It's a rich of information that I need to know. So I like it. I enjoyed it. So it's the adult class. Ortho class was my favorite during the master program. And my favorite professor, I'm not sure. Somebody asking if he's staying or leaving. I'm not sure if he's staying or leaving, but so far I know that he's still teaching and staying. Hopefully, if there's anything going to happen, or if he's leaving, probably he will let us know. He's gonna shoot us an email, and we will let you know, guys, about Dr. King. So he's my favorite. I think a lot of people, especially like Saudi, they heard about Dr. King. Yes, he is a great person. He's funny. He's super funny, and he's so smart. So he's amazing. Anyway, so going to the next question, memorable moments so far. Okay, the first feeling from the first day that my foot touched the campus ground, and I stood up by the cliff or the bluff, watching the lake and feeling the nice wind with the fresh smell. It was love from the first sight, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, about the post graduation. Okay, I don't know, man. It's COVID-19. Nobody knows that COVID-19 going to happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, probably yeah, job. Looking for my career, like find a job, maybe education. So yep. Yes, I'm hearing you. So I'm done with asking the question. So if there's somebody asking a question.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. That gives a lot of insight. And the view of campus is just breathtaking. When my first ever time on campus, it was very cloudy and very misty, very foggy. So I drove up the driveway and I didn't see the lake at all. I didn't know there was a lake. Like I knew of it, but I didn't actually see it. But I was just like, oh, okay, it's foggy, whatever. And then the next time I came, I was like, whoa, where did this come from? It was a surprise. And I thought I had seen everything, but it was amazing. Okay, so then Ibrahim, what has your experience with COVID-19 been? How have you been quarantining? What has life been like off campus?
All right, so I stayed at home most of the time. I went shopping like unusual, buy a lot of food. I used to work out somehow during the day, like doing push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups, stuff like that. But during Ramadan, I don't know what happened to my day shift and night shift. Things got mixed up, and so I stopped working out during the Ramadan. But still, like I do enjoy reading and surfing the internet, watching a lot of YouTube. Just YouTube takes you some way that you don't know. So yeah, that's what I did during because I'm off campus. So off campus, like I go for walking. Sometimes it gets really nice outside, so I go for walking, which is okay. I went for biking a couple times. It's amazing. The biking is the best. And if you ever come to Wisconsin, it's a kind of thing here. People like to bicycle. I mean, so yeah, that's it. Whoa, yeah, barbecuing, man. Oh, I've been barbecuing almost like every week, like twice a week. And like, you know what? Whenever it's good and sun outside, I'm going to barbecue because I love it. So chicken and I did shrimp, I did steak, I did lamb. So yeah, I'm becoming an expert for barbecue. So if anyone like future events for CSC, I'm here.
Fantastic! I didn't know you were such a cook.
Yeah. Yes. I do enjoy cooking. So yeah, that's what's my experience with the quarantine so far.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it sounds like there are some bright spots, definitely. And when you say bike, in the United States, bike means two things. So one, it's like the bicycle, like you're pedaling, but also motorcycles are popular here. So they call that biking as well. So you have to like clarify sometimes of what kind of biking are you doing. But thank you very much. Okay, so now we've reached the time of questions. So if you have questions for either me or our students who are in the MS Rehabilitation Science program, feel free to let us know. So you can unmute yourself by pressing spacebar if you're at a computer, or there should be a little microphone. Either way is great. Or if you're like, I'm just gonna put it in the chat, that's good too. If you put it as, there's like a little drop down, like a little arrow where you can press everyone or to specific people, you can do that too. It's all up to you guys.
Hello guys. Hi. I want to ask Ibrahim, how can you work and study at the same time? Does it like take much of your time, or is it like okay?
It depends. It depends on you, to be honest. Like if you can manage between your work and your studying, I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay, for at the beginning, I didn't work when I was doing my undergrad. So I was like thinking maybe I should focus on my studying, and then after that, I managed how schooling was and everything. Uh, I applied and worked for CIC when I did my graduate school. So yeah, it depends on you if you can manage your time and if you can do like your first thing, which is like like your homework and assignment, and then you can do your work. So like we call it here prioritize. It's like if you know how to prioritize and multitask. So I think you can do. Yeah.
I see. And how can you apply for the job?
We have a career center here in the CUW. We have like many options. Like so, once you come over here, we have a career center that you can go and they can assist you and help you to find a job. That's one thing. And also like directly in campus, like if you like, for example, like come to ours, like for example, like if you say like, hey, I want to work with you guys, so we're welcoming other people to come and work with us if we have an opportunity, of course. And usually like there's a if you go through uh, uh, the portal, there's a something called career center or handshake. You can upload your CV and fill out the application, and you might find a job in. You can search for a job on campus or off campus as well, if you are allowed to.
Yeah.
Thank you for making that quick note of do
Yeah.
so legally.
Yeah.
So that means usually working on campus, and there are lots of different ways that you can work on campus. So these two students work in the Concordia International Center, but there are other offices you can work in, or working in the cafeteria. So also you can say how many hours you need to work, because you are a student first, and we want to make sure that it is the number one priority. But yeah, after graduation, we do have the Career Center that helps you with like getting your resume ready and working on your interview skills and helping you job search. That's a great question, Mohammed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just thank you. I would like to ask you, how do you offer a scholarship to international students?
Good question. So for our undergraduate students, we do offer scholarships, but that is for our undergraduate students. Our graduate students, we do not offer scholarships, but you are able to work on campus to help with those, having a little extra spending money. Does that answer your question?
Just I'm not getting it well, but already I have got an admission letter, but I don't know if already you offer scholarship to international students.
Yes, we do offer scholarships to undergraduate international students. We do not offer scholarships to graduate international students because our program for graduates, our graduate programs, are much less expensive than others you will find in the United States.
Hey, I am Abdurrahman from Egypt. I have been accepted to the program already. As I told you before when I was talking to Ibrahim, I have been accepted, but I don't know when I can come. But I have facing problem with communication with the international office, because I am sending for them more than 3 or 4 mails, but they didn't answer. They told me the first step to send the CV, purpose of study, and to recommendation letter. I finished all of that, and tell me that sending the second step, that's the financial and passport and proof. And after that I will pay for $250. But when I send my passport and my financial from my father, they didn't answer, or just telling me that we have received your email.
Okay.
And I will pay for $25, $250. That's the problem. But I don't know where am I, because I can't. I'm confusing and using the website. It's not updated. I applied for so many university, but this website is so difficult to matching this between the mails and the website together. I'm facing this problem, and I can't communicate with the director of the program. So I will communicate with you, Kelsey, and as soon as the embassy will open, I will buy for $250, and after that I will have my I-20, right?
Yeah, good. Those are a lot of questions, so let me make sure I answer them. Yes, please feel free to email me personally. I would be more than happy to help and figure out where you are in the process exactly. No worries there. For everybody, here is the process to get your I-20. So first, you're accepted, right? That's everybody who is on this call has been accepted already. And then in order to get your visa, your I-20 paperwork, we need a few things to show the embassy. One is that you're able to afford your education and the living expenses here. So that is those bank statements that we ask for. Then we have that. We also need a copy of your passport. Those things are very important. And then your tuition deposit. So those are the things we need in order to issue the I-20. The I-20, like we said, we'll send you an email that says here's the tracking number, so you can see where your I-20 is. Make sure you have it. Now we all know mail is a little difficult right now, so keep an eye on that. And then once you get your I-20, it depends on when your embassy opens. If you're not able to get an interview time before the fall semester, we will defer your I-20 free of charge so that you can come when you are able and actually have time to get your visa interview. If you would prefer to start your studies online, we will have that option for you so that you can finish your program when you want to finish your program. But as for like specific people of I haven't heard back or I'm confused, that I suggest emailing me directly so I can help see where everything is. I'm not the director of the program, but I do work in the office.
Okay, I want to know how long can you defer my I-20? If the embassy reopen in 1 September or 20 August, and when I apply and get the visa, so I can come in around September 14, sorry. So I will be late for the class for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Is that okay with you?
That is too late. There's too many classes that you are going to be missing.
I can't stand to study online. It's I have option to defer it in the spring 2021 or come late for 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I hear you. Studying online is not ideal, and not many. It takes a very dedicated person or very crazy circumstances in order to make that worth it for some people. You're also not alone in that this is putting a huge impact in your planning. I understand and I feel for you very dearly. This is a horrible situation, and everybody had plans that they were like, here's what I'm going to do. But if that means that you need to defer a little longer, then that's what's going to have to happen. And I am so sorry for that.
So coming late is an option.
I'm sorry?
Yes, I would like to ask you another question. So what are the main requirements to the university so someone can get a scholarship in undergraduate program?
Yes, someone can get a scholarship for the undergraduate program. The scholarships are based on your grades that you got at your high school. And if it's not required, but it helps you get a larger scholarship if you submit an ACT or SAT score. Those things combined get you a scholarship. We have a form that you fill out. We send it with your admissions letter when you're accepted. We also send a letter that says, I would like to apply for scholarship. So you fill that letter out, send it back to us, and you get your scholarship awarded in about 2 weeks.
Okay, so already I have filled a non-reply form which was attached to my admission letter. So, but right now I have a problem because I didn't take any TOEFL or ELTS exam, which is standardized. So I have seen that on your requirements, you require someone to submit TOEFL or ELTC. Is it an optional or not? So means anyone to get your scholarship must submit either TOEFL or ELTC or any other standardized test scores.
Sure. So it is, if you got the non-need form, that means we had everything we needed to issue you a scholarship. So if you have not sent one, you do, your non-need form is enough. We don't need other paperwork from you.
Okay, just because also I was planning to take those exams in September or October, but due to the coronavirus in our country, we are in lockdown, so I didn't get the place to take those exams. So I'm still waiting, but after receiving my admission letter, I was still wondering if I can let it or if I will continue the decision to take those exams so that I can start in the next year and apply to your scholarship.
It is up to you if you want to take that exam. That is up to you. If you need that test result for something else, feel free to still take it, but you do not need to take that test for us.
Okay, thank you. So what I must do is to wait for the response in this week. So because I have filled the non-reply form in the previous week, so can I wait in this week that I will get the final decision?
For scholarship, we sent your scholarship application to our financial aid office. They are still processing. So it hasn't been enough time yet. So you need to wait a little more for your scholarship.
Okay, just let me still waiting for the final decision because I have filled the financial aid form, so I can wait that, no problem.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for your patience.
Yes, and you too. So
right.
Anyway, how are you in your country and how are you doing?
We are good. We are good. We're trying to be very safe and clean. Keep everything clean. Okay. I'm checking here.
Yes.
Are there any updates regarding this fall starting date? Somebody asked in the chat box. That's a great question. So as of right now, our university, I said this before, I think, before you joined, but our university is planning to start on campus on time. So our start date has not changed, and we are planning to be on campus face-to-face. We are also working, though, very hard to make sure that we can do that as safe as possible. So our university is currently planning for how to do that well, how to come back to campus.
Yes, so when will those who applied in winter 2021, when will they start their studies?
It depends on the program, especially for undergraduate or graduate. So those programs are different.
In
but
undergraduate program?
The undergraduate program, if you hang on for a little bit, I can find that date for you, but it's at the beginning of January, I want to say. All right, so I will look for that answer, but if anybody else has questions for Ibrahim and Pingping, now's the time to do that about their experience as an international student studying.
Yes, hi everyone. You guys have any question for Pingping or me?
Yeah.
You guys know I'm Ibrahim. I'm from Saudi Arabia. You can ask me in Arabic if you guys want to. I'm willing.
يا ابراهيم قبل ما تمشي بس انا عايز اتكلم معاك.
اتفضل حبيبي.
لا يعني ابقى اكلمك، ما تعرفش ينفع ان احنا نتكلم بالعربي.
يعني طيب مو مشكله
عشان ما يبقاش شكلنا وحش.
ايوه مو حلو صح. طيب انا اقدر
ماليني رقمك كده.
اديك رقمي بعدين كلهم ياخذوا رقمي. خلاص انا ارسل ايميل ايش رايك؟ ولا كلهم يجيبوا رقمي؟
طب ابعتوا لي في الشات طيب برايفت ليه؟
خلاص اديكوا برايفت يلا.
هو انت شغال في الانترناشونال اوفيس ولا انا مش حاضر الموضوع من اوله؟
ايوه انا شغال، كنت معاهم طبعا لين دحين، لكن زي ما بتقول بالنسبه عشان الوضع الحالي شغال من البيت، يعني أنا ماني ساكن في الكامبس.
بس انت لسه في الاوفيس يعني.
ايوه فما عندك مشكله اختم.
طيب ابعت لي بتاع الرقم في الشات كده.
Okay, so I'm just jumping in here. So for those people who don't know how to find the chat box, spring 2021 for undergraduate students begins on January 4th. Just so for your awareness. Okay, so if you guys don't have any other questions here, just as an update on the other Concordia 101 events that are happening the rest of this week, you can see them all here. So this is the last one for today, but we have more coming up. And also, as you might know, for students who were at previous Concordia 101 events, we are having a raffle going on. And the way that you register for the raffle is by going to events and then filling out the link I put in the chat box to say, yes, I was here. So we will enter you into the raffle for a prize that we'll give you when you come to campus. Whether that's fall or spring, we will make sure that you get your prize. It also tells us what you liked about this, what you didn't, what we could do better. It's very helpful. So please fill that survey out. Also, I apologize. I have my puppy in the office with me, and she's dreaming. So if you hear little barks, that's her. I apologize. Yes. So in the chat box, if you can see it still, Samuel, it's my personal email is in there too, so you can see it. But I'll put it in the chat again so you can see it. So all of these events are optional. You don't have to go to them if you don't want, but they've been really fun, I think, and very informative for students. So just to give you an overview, so Wednesday we're going to talk about academic advising, and then also the resource center. So for things like tutoring and checking over your paper so that you have grammar correct before you turn it in. They'll talk about that a little more. Also, if you're interested in what an MBA student's experience is, we're going to have that on Wednesday. Thursday, we're doing lots of example classes. So these are going to be taught by CUW professors. So we have an undergraduate nursing class, and then a Master's of Computer Science class, and an undergraduate computer science class. And then lastly, an MBA class taught by Jim Tarasovich. That one actually may be interesting for Masters of Rehabilitation Science students because he works in the healthcare field, but in the management side. So he talks about like, how is this going to impact a hospital's budget? And so that might be a really interesting one just to hear what he has to say. And he's also a very good teacher speaker. He's quite a big personality. So he's a good one to check out. And then on Friday, we're going to have the Masters of Computer Science student experience. So our Egyptian student worker, his name is Waleed. He will be joining us on that. And then 4 o'clock is the esports coach is going to be leading a session about what is esports. So I won't steal his excitement, but it's how to play video games with others for fun as a team as well. So it's a great way to make friends and do something you love. But the coach is also very good at helping you manage your classes and your video games. So he's very good about helping you manage your time. So that one is a good one to hear about. And then lastly, on Friday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to do some student meet and greets. And the whole purpose of these is just to have fun and get to know your future classmates and Concordians. And we've broken those up by 3 different groups. So we're going to have CUW undergraduate students in one, CUW graduate students, and then Concordia Ann Arbor students, which is our other campus. So all of those are in different links, so make sure you pick the right one. Okay? All right. So if you guys don't have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me in my email there. I'd be happy to help with anything. If you have specific questions about your specific I-20 situation, feel free to email me. Otherwise, I think that's it. I look forward to seeing you guys at future Concordia 101 events and on campus, seeing that gorgeous view that everybody's talking about, see what it's all about. Okay. Well, thank you as well to Ibrahim and Pingping. I mean, they're doing this and they didn't have to. They're just wonderful people. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. Again, a reminder, fill out that survey. It enters you to the raffle and also tells us what we can do better. Okay. Thank you so much. Be very safe. We love you. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
All right, before, are we closing? Are we turning off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
Did you have something to say quick?
I'm just gonna answer like Wujdan. She asked a question. So of course you can't defer your masters to say this next year. She's asking about if she can defer because she's yeah, of course. I'm gonna tell her in Arabic. وجدان إذا واجهتك أي مشكلة تقدر ترسلينا الإيميل أنت بتأجلي بداية الدراسة للسنة الجاية أو الموعد الدراسي الجاي، فما عندك أي مشكلة إن شاء الله. بسبب كورونا جامعة وجميع يمكن الجامعات في أمريكا متفاهم الوضع، وأرسلنا وإن شاء الله نحن نقوم بالواجب. Alright, I think that's it.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Ibrahim. Yeah. Look at you showing your bilingualness. Fabulous. Also, thank you for Abdullah Rahman. He's taking helping his dad with his pharmacy, which is amazing. So his dad can get a break. So I mean, especially during this time of this pandemic, I mean, he's doing this session and helping his dad with the pharmacy. That's amazing. Okay, now officially, I think. Thank you. Goodbye. We will talk to you later. We hope to see you soon. Okay. Officially, bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.